Well, hey, friends, it's Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. All right. Well, you know what? I think I clicked off the thing. No, I didn't. Ha! Let's get started. We're at our usual level of professionalism, I think.
Always. That's
So I don't know if
chaos.
things got warbly or anything. Sorry, guys. Here, let me fix that in case things get a little nuts here. Okay. So if things were warbly, it should be fixed now. Sorry, I had it going out of a TV that we have here in the room. I was playing different background music that we have. Here, you might be able to hear this if you want to hear it real quick. Look, okay, here's one. It won't play in the studio now. It'll just play over the thing.
Okay.
This is called Dance Pop. Is it playing?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
You should dance for us.
That's okay. I was on this thing. They have different. I was listening to the different sounds, and all of them were kind of like that. They have dance pop, night driving, which they don't let me even do day driving. So I didn't think night driving would be good. Maybe that's the kind of driving I should do though.
So it's music that's named night driving?
Yeah. You want to hear that?
No, this
Yeah,
this is a rabbit hole.
It isn't really good. The one I played for you was the best one.
Yeah. We test them all, and it would.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's
good.
the show we want to have.
Well, guys, man, I'm so excited to be here on the Tuesday night here in our studio.
Yes.
Because I don't know, this is like the chill spot in the week, man. This is like, where we can just hang out a little bit. Tomorrow I'm going to Oklahoma City. We're going to Oklahoma City for New View. I'm going to give a talk. Actually on Wednesday. It's really cool. It's New View does a lot of services for people who are blind. So I'm going out to do a keynote for their luncheon. They're so nice to have us out and everything. But tomorrow we're doing like a fireside chat, which sounds like a lot of
I think
fun.
that'll be fun because it'll be more informal, and you just more intimate with getting to talk to people and stuff. So
yeah,
not so fancy.
Yeah, no, so yeah, it'll be great because it's like 2 hours at the chat tomorrow in Oklahoma City. And actually tonight, what I wanted to work on is the painting that I'm going to be doing live there, because during the chat, I'm going to paint because I'm a little obsessed with art, and then during the talk on Wednesday during the keynote, I'm going to do a little painting too. So I'm going to inflict a bunch of painting on everybody. Hey, here, check out my shirt real quick, just guys.
Oh.
I don't know. Is it backwards on the camera? Is it right? Or is it...
It's right.
Oh, okay. I don't know. This is just, it's silly. It's not even anything to do with anything. It's OMG. It's R2D2. I lived on Star Trek. That is $1.
You get a lot of compliments on that shirt.
Do I?
Yeah.
Must be my pecs that set it off.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A 6-pack underneath.
Yes.
So you can just imagine. I'm not lying at all.
Well, Randy Ray's with us. He says hi. Fred's with us, and he says
guys.
Hi there. And Steve Evans is here with us. Says hi, guys.
Well, hey guys, how are y'all doing?
Thanks for tuning in. It is Tuesday. And
it is.
Yesterday was a big day for you.
What happened? Oh yeah. What happened? Jeez. Oh yeah, I turned 28 again.
Oh yeah.
This is my birthday.
28.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So this is like my 20th time to turn 28 or something like that, or more than that. I don't know. I'm not
doing the math.
But I will say that the math is sad. No, actually, I don't mind. I turned 51 yesterday, and man, I earned every day of it. I'll tell you what. And, and I enjoy my life a lot more now than I did probably when I was in my 20s. I'll say that.
Yeah, because I'm here.
I appreciate things a whole lot more. My knees aren't as bendy. I appreciate things more. If I can just bend down and reach them when I drop them on the ground. That'd be good. Here, I want to show you guys really quick. I want to work on this painting, and we're gonna play like some trivia or something. But okay, so for talks and stuff, like if you go and give a talk or a speech, let's say like if you work for a company and they want you to say some words or whatever. Or if you're like a best man, there's lots of reasons you have to give talks. And crazily enough, every once in a while, people ask me to give a speech, and they've heard me talk. So I don't know why they asked me to do that, but I appreciate it every time, and I love it because I can always work in a little bit about me, and I am my favorite subject.
You are.
But when I do talks, I make notes, and I've done it a little bit different this way, and so this I have some braille on here, but I want to show you this. I want to show you my note card. So for the talk, this is I'm going to do a painting, and this is my notes for the painting to let me know what to do. And I don't even want to show anybody because people.
Well, I think you should preface this. So, okay, well, let me say really fast. Samantha Render Knight is with us and says hi. I might be mispronouncing that. Randy is telling me to check my messages and says happy birthday.
Oh,
and Samantha says happy belated birthday.
Well,
Janelle's with us, says happy birthday.
Oh, who is that? I'm sorry.
Janelle.
Well, Janelle.
Fred's with us, says oh man, happy birthday. Nancy says hey, happy birthday, John. Gina says aloha, happy birthday. Randy says happy birthday. Angela is with us, says happy belated birthday. And Emma Wilson's with us and says happy birthday. I wanted to get all that out because there was a lot of happy birthdays. But I think
thanks so much, guys. Yeah, I took my birthday off my Facebook and everything.
I don't know why you're so hung up. You look so young.
Yes,
you're blessed with that.
Well, hold it. Let me get in my blue steel. Yeah. Maybe I need to do it out. I'm not sure. What's the angle? The right angle for blue steel?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it probably up because you want to get rid of the neck.
Yeah.
The double check. I've made that's mine.
Yeah, I'm just kind of looking at the
yeah, I don't know.
I'm not looking down anymore, guys. This is it. This is it from now on.
I know you just walk around like this.
Where do you look?
Well,
everybody's like, what are you looking at?
Speaking of the speech, okay, so you should preface this because you lately you've been listening to some like tips and tricks and just to like refresh like your expertise in speech giving, and you had a really interesting thing about a whole palace concept.
Oh yeah, the mind palace.
The mind palace.
Yeah,
and I thought that was really interesting. I don't like to give speeches, but if somebody was a speech giver of sorts, I think that's an interesting concept. You should explain it.
Well, it's kind of a neat thing. Our son Jackie has this dyslexia, so and everybody learns in a different sort of way. So everybody has different things and ways to learn. Well, there's one thing that I thought was really interesting is that like the human brain, like to remember things, it's hard to just remember like a paragraph or 3 or 5 pages or 10 pages of text. How actors do it, I have no idea. It's amazing. A little tricks like this maybe, but it's so cool because our brains aren't really meant to do that. But they're really good at remembering locations and places. So if something happens at a location, your brain is really good at that, and it has a natural sort of road trip sort of vibe, which is one that like a lot of new authors will their first books or stories or road trip kind of things because one thing happens after another. It's easier to write. Your brain is kind of geared for that, so it's just easy. So to remember something, you can have it like in a space. So like if you want to remember like the talk that I'm going to give, maybe it starts at your front door, then it goes into your hallway. But each spot in your house or in a room or whatever you want to do is a different point in the talk that you want to give. So as you walk through your house, you're giving the talk, but of course in your mind. And I know it sounds really silly, but it works though. It's like, and so our brains are kind of wired for that. So in your mind as you're doing that, it kind of works. On this note card, none of that is really evident, but it is kind of cool, and I thought it was really neat, and I wanted to share that with my son because for someone who it's a challenge to have, and Jack's actually an excellent reader. I mean, like, oh my goodness, he's put in so much work. I'm so proud of him. He is just phenomenal in how much work he's put into things, and just an amazing person. But people do things in different ways, and so. This is my notes like for my talk. Can you see that, darling?
Yeah. Okay. It's a bunch of dancing ghosts.
It is a bunch of dancing ghosts. And this is actually a painting that I'm going to do. But there's no ghosts in the painting. But it's just concepts and stuff. It's a talk that I'm giving while I'm painting. And let me okay, see this? This is actually a spotlight coming down on a person. It's not a squid attack. or some alien that's about to beam someone up, although it feels like that. But I should say all these marks, they're raised. So all of this is embossed. So I drew this on the card so that I could feel it. So that if I'm there and I'm painting, because I'm going to be painting while I'm doing the talk, and if I happen to get lost, I can go over there and feel it. But also the act of drawing it, like the act of actually making the cards, because I have another version. It imprints it in your head more. So being able to like in my house as I imprinted this in there in the talk, I would walk around. But all this, like whenever somebody does ask me to give a talk, it's a huge compliment to me. It's I feel very I don't know. I started painting to be able to connect. So whenever somebody connect with other people, so when a group asked me to come out and they asked me to talk and speak to their people, it's a beautiful thing and it's wonderful and I take it very seriously. So I spent a lot of time on it. And every talk is different, but anyway, I just wanted to share this with you guys because it's weird, right?
Because you're a nerd.
But hey, you know what? It makes sense in my brain, and you know.
I mean, that's all that matters.
Yeah, man.
Everybody's got their system.
Thank you. See, that's why you're awesome.
Nancy says, "Damn, no gray hair over there."
Oh, you know what? I don't know, and I don't want to know. That's one nice thing about not seeing for the past 20 years.
And she said, "I want that note card." And Ron's with us and says, "Happy birthday! Sorry I'm late." Ron separate.
Oh man, Ron! Well, welcome. You're not late at all, man.
You're just about to show the painting.
Yeah. Let me do that. Let me see. I have my earbud in a different ear, so my computer's talking to a different ear, and it's weird. I mean, it's fine. It's weird. Okay, you know, right before the stream, we were listening to Billy Joel's Pianoman, and then we were listening to Vienna. Ask Jackie. You know, every time I hear Pianoman, I hear Billy Joel. It makes me think of Jackie.
Really?
Yeah,
because I like to go to bars and drink and listen to pianos.
Yeah, you remind me of the characters in the song. They're like, there's both.
Nice.
Jackie's basically a barfly, and like that. That's what I like. No, it's whenever we first met, like Billy Joel's her favorite person. I mean, like her favorite singer and all, and I love Billy Joel too, but I've never met anybody who loved him as much as
I'm not as obsessed, but I used to be pretty obsessed.
Yeah,
but yeah,
this makes me think of you because I remember I live close to downtown Denton and all. My apartment, hers was right around the corner too. But friends and stuff, like it was a good spot where friends and all would come over. So if you're going to go out and get a burger or maybe get some drinks or hang out, you know, on a Friday night or Saturday night, the apartment was a really good spot for people to go to, you know, and then we'd all leave together. And, you know, I remember evenings where we'd listen to Billy Joel and be a few of us there. And I remember dancing with you and we'd you know, Jeez. And I'm not a dancer and I'm not, and you know, yeah, I stepped on your feet a lot, but I don't know. It was just good. It was just good time. So
it was good times.
So right before the stream, we were listening to Pianoman and I have, and I'm doing this piano, man, that I just drew it. Like I had a fan on this thing trying to dry it.
Yeah, you don't usually do those black lines. And did you actually use the puffy paint for that?
It's mostly really thick. What do you call it? Gosh, paint knife. I swear, I've been in the studio all day messing around with stuff, and it's killing brain cells. I don't know. I can't make it anymore. No, it's two different kinds of paint. It's acrylic flow release.
Oh, okay.
Mixed into a high flow, and it's but most of it is a heavy structure gel painted with a paint knife. So it's actually really thick. Like it's like the paint that I'm touching here. I don't know if my finger up where you can see it.
Yes.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm tweaking around. The paint's actually about this thick. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's really thick. And it's a little thinner though, because so here's the piano. And this is the top of it. This is the big old like stick thing that holds it up. I'm sure it has a proper name. It's thicker down here, then it gets thinner as it goes up, as it recedes back. And it's the same with the Pianoman. His clothes and everything here are really thick, but then his head is a lot less thick and stuff.
Nice.
And then the background and everything, like I've just the this big tub of stuff that I got out. This is the heavy structure gel that I was using for the black. That kind of sounds good. I can get a Congo beat going there. So I'm using that, and I'm about to mix in some paints. But what I'm going to do, though, for these other colors is that I'm going to, for the background, I want the background to be semi-transparent. I want them to be I want them to glow.
Yeah.
Almost like jewels that are back there. So they're just sparkling and fun, but it's the music that he's playing. And I want...
So what's like the color palette you're thinking about using for this thing?
For behind him, kind of blues and a little green in his hat, but lots of blues, yellows a little bit. Actually, I'm thinking the piano to be like reds and yellows.
Oh, okay,
so back here, like more like whites and blues and sort of like around them. So I don't know.
Well, Gina says, my beautiful print came in the mail today. It's lovely. Thank you again.
Oh my goodness. Well,
Yay.
That's awesome.
And Fred said his computer keeps freezing.
Oh,
so,
no. We didn't do it.
Yeah, I'm hoping we didn't do it.
Yeah. Sorry, Fred.
You never know.
Sorry, Fred. We've... Oh, but here, like, okay, the way I'm going to do this. So in the background, I'm going to make kind of light greens, like pale greens and pale blue. But I don't want it to be pastel. I don't want it to be like... I don't want to call pastel boring, but pastel can be boring, and I don't want it to be boring. So the way that I'm going to combat that is I'm going to have really, really thick paint. I'm going to use palette knives. I see this big fat boy. I'm going to use this guy, and then I have like a it's like a trowel. No, that's another fat boy. Okay, yeah. So this one. And I had these paint knives for years. It's funny, like the handles feel a little different, so I can feel them, and I know what So, like I can feel them in the thing. And I go, oh, that's my fat boy. And that's my little. But what I'm going to do is that I have this medium, and I'm going to mix some acrylic ink. So it's a highly concentrated pigment, but it's high flow, like it's just liquid. So I can mix like a few drops of that in with the medium, and the medium is going to dry clear, but that pigment is going to go through it, and it's going to give it a bit of a jewel sort of effect. So it's all acrylic paint, it's all legit. But I love this though because it lets the light come into it a little bit.
Yeah, I watched I guess like a few days ago or a week ago, the brand that gel that you use, the golden, on their Facebook, for anybody that's interested in mediums and making them thick and how the paint reacts and everything, they actually had a live video seminar type thing where they did all their thick mediums and mixed them with all their different inks versus paints and everything, and then they had examples that had dried, and so that it was actually like, if you're looking for some examples of like thick paint and where to start and what to use, that on Golden's Facebook, they have a video on there that has all that stuff. It's really good. Man,
that's really cool, guys. Yeah, that's a great idea, sweetheart. And one of the things, like, these mediums are kind of pricey. They're a whole lot of fun though. But I would say, like if you're wanting to get into some thick painting, if you like paintings like Van Gogh or really, I mean, well, like him, let's say, and you wanted to get some really thick and pasto sort of paint. The mediums with acrylics are wonderful because with oil paint, it might take a month for it to dry.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, I love oil paint. Oil paint's great. But with the acrylics, and you can retard the drying time with acrylics. You can put different things into them. But they dry so much faster, so you get the results quicker. And a lot of times, I mean, especially if you're working, if you're doing things, you got kids, you don't necessarily have a month to wait until your next, or if you're a working artist and you don't want to wait a month before each layer of paint that you put on.
Yeah, I can't imagine waiting for.
I used to for 8 years. That's all I did was with the oils, and but the wonderful thing about acrylics is that you don't have to give up anything. I feel like I've got stock in acrylic paint or something, doesn't it?
Well, you should.
The way that I'm talking it up, but honestly, the acrylics today are very different. All the mediums we have, you can make them work like oils. but you can make them dry really fast. So what I'm doing now, so this is actually going to darken. So the medium is actually white. So whatever color you put down, if you do something like this, I put one drop into the whole goop of medium that I had there. So and the medium is going to dry clear, but I have a white canvas, so that white is still going to come through from the canvas and it's still going to help with the clarity of it all. Does that make sense?
Sort of.
Does it?
No, it doesn't. Oh. Well, Jesse's with us and says, hi, happy birthday. You and my dad share the same B-day.
Oh, my goodness. Well, hi.
Happy birthday to your dad.
Man, yeah. Happy birthday. Gosh.
So do you feel any older, babe?
I mean, I always feel pretty old.
So depressing.
I don't know. I've had arthritis since I was a teenager. I always feel. I don't really feel any older, but no. But you know, nah. I mean, but good grief. I feel fine. But you know, I feel good actually. I feel I'm excited about the summer because we got so many things. Like guys, we did the Wildflower Arts Festival this weekend.
Yeah.
And it was okay. Like everything about the festival was amazing. Like if you went to the festival, if you were a person that attended the festival, you would have had the best time because it was just so well done, and the bands and everything was amazing. It was excellent. The entire time of the festival, the weather kept saying there's 100% chance we're going to have severe thunderstorms. It never rained at all. It never rained one time.
And that's like the just the nail in the coffin for like a festival. People think that it's going to be in this like doom weather, and then they don't come out to it. So yeah, that was the only bad part. But we were lucky. We had a tent right kind of by the main stage. So we were jamming out to the Wailers and Toadies and everything the whole time. And so nice.
That was really cool. And we did well. We did just fine and all that. It's just the weather and all that kept kind of the crowds away, which was fine. I mean, sometimes those festivals can be a little nutty, but it was really interesting though, because we brought a whole new print out there. It was the resin limited edition. We've never done that before. And man, I
think the response was pretty good.
Holy crap! I sound like a salesperson, and I'm really not. Like I'm not. Like if somebody likes the art, like if you want to buy some, and somebody wants to buy some, that's awesome. That's brilliant. I really appreciate it. And if you don't, that's great too. It's like but I mean that's certainly my philosophy with it all. But I was so shocked though with the response from it. So many people were coming through, and they were just like, "Oh my gosh!" And and most people thought that the prints were originals because the colors were just so bright, and they were just like, "How do you make these original?" And like time and time again. And I thought, man, that's. I mean, if you can have a print that people like are convinced it must be an original.
Yeah,
it must be on the right track or something.
I mean, apparently, like a glass-like finish on the front of these things is where it's at. Because, I mean, people just like shiny objects or something.
Oh my goodness! And there's some of them like we're trying to figure it out this summer. We're going to do it better. But if anybody's into art making or anything, we're trying to do these prints that have never been made before. I don't know where you would have these made, but these crazy textured limited edition prints that we have to make here in the studio. So it's a print, but it's kind of like a lithograph where you have to be involved with every step of it.
Yeah.
Because it's a very hands-on kind of print,
Yeah.
But we're incorporating texture into it, because that way if you're a visually impaired person, this is be like the art print that you can actually touch and feel.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping is that it'll almost be like a low relief of the painting. Trying to figure that out. It might be, a process.
Yeah, it's really tricky. We're looking into everything from clay to 3D printing for molds, and to be able to like maybe get a 3D photo of a painting and to make a giant mold that we can actually get all the paint strokes in it, or and and ideas that are crazier than that. But but I don't know. It's fun though. That's a fun thing about
Yeah,
art.
it'll be an interesting summer trying to figure all this out. Well, Kim Tyler's with us and says hello. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Cheryl's with us and says, "Hey John, hope you and your wife are well. I love watching you work. P.S. Welcome to the old club. LOL." And then Fred asked, "Was there a band that stuck in your head more than the others at the festival?"
This is the third time I've heard the Toadies.
Yeah.
First time I've heard the Wailers. Like Bob Marley and the Wailers and all that. And that was really cool. It's cool to hear the music.
Yeah.
I'd
probably say the Wailers for me. I mean, like Toadies, I love their music. Love, we've seen them, outside of a festival. Neon Trees was kind of cool just because, it was like, what do they sing? And then they'd play it and I'd be like, oh yeah, I remember rocking out to that back in the day. But the Wailers probably for me, and I don't know if that was because they were the last act and I was ready to go and I was excited about it, or if it was just really good music.
What was the first time? It was
Collective Soul,
which
was another one of those where you're like, what do they sing? And then it was like, oh yeah,
yeah. I like the Collective Soul, and they were good too.
So
nice.
It was fun. It was I think my favorite part of the festival was the artists around us, because normally, I mean, it's different in every festival, but sometimes artists never talk to each other. And this was like every artist everywhere was like going from booth to booth, talking to each other. And, we met quite a few people and followed them on Instagram and all that fun stuff. So that was pretty cool.
That was fun. That was really cool. And the artists, that's one thing. Like, even though the crowds weren't huge and everything, it was a fun festival to do because the artists were so good, and the people that put it together at Wildflower, honestly, they were brilliant. They were so nice. It was just, I don't know, it was a pleasure to be there. And next year, if they let us back and all that, and then, man, it'll be awesome.
Yeah. Fred said pretty big names out there. It was good. They had a pretty nice lineup.
Sorry, hit the camera.
And Le Freak. Okay, so should we do some trivia? We're just gonna for tonight. We were just gonna do random trivia because.
Yeah, sorry guys. Next time let's do a giveaway. Maybe,
yeah.
But we've been getting everything ready. We got done with the festival, and then tomorrow we're going to Oklahoma for the next couple days. And it's been nutty in the studio. And off camera, everything is crazy in here.
Yeah.
Holy moly. I have giant practice paintings that I've been working on.
I haven't even cleaned up the resin. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure as you were doing your speech paint, your big giant speech painting, you were like, oh my God, there's cups everywhere. Ah.
Oh yeah. I'm doing the speech. I'm doing the painting that I've never done a full-on talk while I was doing a painting. And so I decided that what I'm going to do, it's going to be a 40-inch by 30-inch painting.
It's going to be cool. I'm excited about it.
Well, thank you. I'm excited too. I'm really excited. I mean, the worst that can happen is it'll fail, and it'll turn out crazy. But I mean, shoot, there's a lesson in that too. So it's all good.
I mean, either way, it's a good show for people.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll either be a success or a train wreck. Everybody loves both of those.
No, it'll be good though. It will be. I'm just doing it like
All right, so let's go over to some trivia.
Well, hold it. I think who was it? Was it? Gosh, I got paint stuck to me. Who was it that picked the category last week and said, "Oh, we got to do that this week"? Do you remember?
I don't remember. It might have been Randy. I don't know.
It's either Randy or Fred. It might have been Randy.
I don't know. But do you have a preference this time around?
No, I think it was to not do entertainment. Maybe because we just did it.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was. I don't know.
Okay. Well, let's see. General knowledge, history, entertainment, dictionary, food and drink, geography, science and nature.
Wow.
We can do science and nature.
All right.
Okay. Science and nature, people.
Let's do it.
Put your thinking caps on.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna know a lot of this, I bet, with your nursing almost degree situation over there.
One class away from me to, yeah.
Yep. Okay. Arteries and veins are part of which human system? A, urinary, B, circulatory, C, nervous, D, skeletal.
So what would you guess?
Well, circulatory.
That's what I would guess.
That seems to be the general consensus.
Okay. That's an easy one, huh?
That's an easy one. Let's see it. Next. Which chemical element is represented by Ba, like capital B?
Isn't that barium?
Well, maybe.
I'm not
So you've been doing
sure.
science all year with Jack. You're gonna get all these. Okay. A, berkelium. B, barium.
Ooh.
C, boron, or D, bromine.
Hmm.
And the general consensus is B,
What's B?
barium.
Oh, good. Yeah.
All right, we're just gonna rock through these. Yep, you got it. Okay, what is the name of the imaginary horizontal line around the center of the Earth?
The belt.
A latitude, B equator, C equinox, D tropic of Cancer.
Oh, I thought it was the Bible Belt.
Every one of these is going to be B.
The Earth is gaining weight.
Right.
Is B the equator?
Yes.
That's what I'm.
Yep. Let's see. We're just going to rock through these.
Wow. We might be able to get two games in.
Yeah. Lapis lazuli is a semi-precious stone prized since antiquity. For its bright color. What color is it? A, yellow, B, red, C, blue, D, orange.
I think I know, but sometimes I get like these color ones wrong.
Well, a lot of people are saying C, blue.
Yeah, that's what I think too. Whenever I was on that game show, To Tell the Truth,
yeah,
and Kevin Nealon asked me a color question.
Yes, you got it wrong.
I got it wrong. Ever since then, I've been really gun shy when it comes to talk. Somebody asked me a color. What's that color? Like, oh my gosh.
What was it? What was the
It
color?
was like vermilion or something.
Yes,
and I always for some reason I don't use vermilion.
You said red and it's green in it.
Yeah, or vice versa. I still don't know.
That.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, the consensus is saying blue. Let's go with blue. Very good crowd.
Kevin Nealon.
Okay, what type of creature is a natterjack?
Oh,
A,
my word.
fish.
Ooh, I don't know.
B, snake. C, toad. D, bird.
I bet it's a bird.
I would guess
bet it's a saucy little bird, like a little chippy, like. What do you think?
Fred said on the last question, Fred said the Egyptians crushed it and used it for eyeshadow. Birds? No. No, the semi-precious stone. And birds, I don't know.
Cleopatra, you're a monster.
So I don't know.
Well, that's
bird, toad, snake, or fish.
I'm gonna say a bird, but I don't know. I just it sounds like a cute name for a cute little bird.
Okay, let's guess. I would guess bird too. And I think the majority are saying bird. Some are saying toad.
Okay.
Oh, it's not.
Oh man, what?
It's not bird.
And some people are saying toad.
Okay, let's try toad.
Okay. Toad. Wow.
Man.
Way to go.
I know.
Man.
Okay. British chemist Robert Chesbrough invented what substance also known as petroleum jelly?
Oh.
A, aspirin, B, Vaseline, C, detergent, D, napalm.
I know this one because mom used this as a makeup remover. And there's a story where my mom and her sister, my Aunt Donna, wanted to. We were on a week-long we and my dad and my uncle were still at work.
Mm-hmm.
So we were all like at the trailer, like at the we were on an RV camp thing, and my mom and my sister her sister wanted to get all prettied up for the guys because they hadn't seen them in a week. So they went and got their hair done, and they heard that if you take petroleum jelly and you put it in your hair. It's a really good conditioner.
Yeah.
But they thought, oh, if it's a little is good, then a lot must be even better. And they put a lot, and they couldn't get it out. They were just crying, and it was just always it was such a scene.
How did they eventually get it out?
I don't know, but they finally did. But I just remember them, me and my cousin Kim.
Was this before your mom and dad were married?
No. I mean, they were married when I was like a baby.
Huh.
But no, because I remember my cousin Kimberly and me, we saw them going like, Max, they were just getting so pretty. They were just, they were spending a whole day kind of getting ready. They were working on their tans. They were doing all this stuff, all this really girly stuff. And then they put that stuff in their hair and they couldn't get it out. And their hairdos, they went and got, everything was ruined and they were crying.
Awesome.
And we just sort of faded away.
Meanwhile, the guys come back from whatever they're doing and they're like, it's cool, whatever.
Yeah, like,
where's my beer?
But I say Vaseline.
It's
been ingrained in my mind ever since then.
Fred said, "Mom always said mayo would get gum out of your hair." I heard peanut butter when I was little. Peanut butter was the thing to use to get gum out of your hair. Okay, so Vaseline. Yes. In mathematics, an obelus is better known as what? A division sign, a plus sign, a minus sign, or a multiplication sign? I feel like I should know this because I did math with Jack.
How do you spell it? Because
Obelus.
Okay, I was thinking obelisk, like Space Odyssey or like an Egyptian thing, like a I don't know. I mean, a multiplication's a dot.
A dot.
I mean, sometimes, like it's an X or it's a dot.
See, a lot of people are saying division, and that was my first thought, but I that would be a guess for me.
Yeah, it's going to be a guess for me too. Ooh, but I'll say division because I don't think it's multiplication. It's not minus or plus. I don't think so.
No, I don't think. Okay, let's try it. Division.
Is it? Oh, nice. I mean, I didn't really know it, but guessing right kind of makes me feel smart.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take it. I'm a genius. Okay. Name the old measurement which was taken from the tip of the middle finger to the elbow. I want to say I've heard this on a different trivia question. A, 4-bit, B, qubit, C, 2-bit, or D, L-bit?
Qubit.
Oh, so you feel confident in that answer?
I feel confident.
Okay. Qubit. Okay.
I mean, but you got to think though. I mean, you get like the actor that played Willow. His qubit's going to be very different than Andre the Giant.
Well, that's true.
So I mean,
so I guess that wasn't a very accurate way to measure things.
Yeah. It's, what is the actor that played Willow? Oh my goodness, he's so good. He's been in so many different things.
Aren't they making a new Willow?
I don't know. I wish I could think of his name. I'm horrible.
Somebody out there will tell us. Okay, I'm putting qubit. Very good, babe.
He played Ewoks and he played all kinds of stuff. He's so. Oh, I almost remembered his name. Oh my goodness, I really like him.
Okay, next question. I'm gonna massacre this name. Gigliamo Marconi.
Oh, Marconi. Okay.
Is known as the father of what? A, telephone, B, radio, C, printing machine, or D, television?
Radio.
Oh, well, goodness.
Because it was called the Marconi device, I believe.
Oh, you're a nerd.
Unless I'm wrong. And you know what's because here's the thing, if you come in hard and strong, you're like, obviously it's the radio, it's like, and then you're wrong, then you're really like an idiot,
Well, the consensus is with you on this.
Oh, nice.
So let's try it. Very good.
Yay.
Okay. What sort of bird is also called a redbreast?
Oh.
A, sparrow, B, swift, C, robin, or D, swallow?
I was going to say a robin.
I mean, I would guess a robin because they have red underbellies.
Yeah, a red-breasted robin. I want to say that's a thing. And you're really into birds. I bet. So if you think robin, I think that's a good sign. There's so many times I'll walk into the kitchen and I hear a bird just.
Yes.
hear all this sort of stuff, and I think, what's going on? Is it Walt Disney over here? And it's Jackie over by the window with her iPhone out the window, trying to track the birds.
So, okay, this is the deal, is that I work at the kitchen table. There's a giant window right there that we also do homeschool at. So I have feeders and all this stuff because it's just so boring. It's the other neighbors, like half of their brick house, right? So, but I'm really lazy and I forget to I just don't go out and refill the bird feeder. And so it stays empty for like 4 days, 5 days at a time. And the birds forget. So then I'll finally go out there and I'll fill the bird feeder. But in order to like call them back, I have to then set my phone out on the windowsill with like YouTube playing for 30 minutes of just like black cap chickadees, And that's usually when you walk in and you're like, did a bird accidentally get in here?
Yeah. You hear all this it's like nature's gone wild up in there.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's thunder.
Yeah, it's storming pretty good here. Okay, so let's try Robin. Bam, 95.
Oh, that's sweet.
We're wicked smart.
Wicked smart. Oh, that makes me think. I think we might be going to Boston towards the end of the year.
Yes.
I think
October. Yeah, so that should be fun.
I've never been to Boston. I know you have.
So if we end up going to Boston, do you want to go to the Cheers place?
Well, I do, but I mean, I know that like you've been there and you're like, it's not all that.
I feel like it's a rite of passage.
Dun, 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 dun. Everybody knows your name.
But the inside won't. Yeah, it's just, you know what? It wouldn't be bad to just go there and then pop in and, I don't know, get soup in a bowl or whatever you do there.
Soup in a bowl.
And I mean, but it's so tiny. It's like a tight squeeze. And then there's a massive restaurant above it. But anyway, yeah, I'm Amy said Boston is the best. I would agree.
Well, that's awesome.
Boston was a lot of fun. I went for a work conference. Oh my gosh, so many years ago. So it was fun then. Yeah,
that's back before you entered retirement.
And retirement? You call this retirement?
You just do this for a hobby.
What? No.
Oh, you wouldn't call this work, would you?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
Well, yeah. What you do? It's definitely work. What I do is,
I mean, it's.
But you deal with a lot of numbers and a lot of stuff.
I think that it's with any job, and we tell this to Jack all the time. With any job, there's going to be aspects of it that are just a beat down. But you can't like. I don't know of a job that doesn't have that.
Yeah, so there's always like there's like tons of emails that come in every day, and Jackie goes through all that, and
I try to keep you on schedule and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's all fun. It's part of the party.
Yeah, and oh crap! Oh.
Well, Tanya said I lived in Boston for 2 years. Love the seafood. We'll have to handle up. And Amy said I was just there for a Red Sox game on April 16th.
Oh man, awesome!
Man, that'd be fun.
That would be cool to see a baseball game in an old city like that. Where they played baseball for the longest.
Yes.
That would be so cool. Well, here let me pull up the thingamajiggy, the painting. So what I've been doing while we've been killing it in the trivia, actually I got a couple wrong, I think, but
I mean, but the crowd.
Yeah, crowd killed
we're
it.
Smart people.
Yeah, man. But you never told me what the crowd's saying.
I told you the majority of their answers, and you were like on par with them.
Most of the time, you like to keep that a secret, which I like. That's fun. It makes it a game.
Makes me sound smart.
Well, so what I have is a bunch of green and blue in the background. I'm not sure how clear it's coming through on this, but it's a light green, it's a light blue, and it's kind of variegated. There's
Yeah.
variations in it, and let's go with that. And but it's very little pigment actually that's mixed in with the medium. So whenever it dries, it's kind of a chunky sort of feel. But there's areas where the paint will be a little bit thicker in the, so the color will be stronger than other places where it's thinner, and it'll let the canvas shine through. So it should be a very bright background. And this is just the first layer, so so I can start putting in more.
What is the song this piano man is playing?
Well, I don't know.
That might affect the colors.
Yeah. Well, it is. So I'm kind of going for an Aviant sort of.
Okay.
Like
Elevator music.
No. But like it's like, so he's having different riffs. So I wanted it because one of the things, if you guys ever been to a piano bar or somewhere, where you'll notice where like they're always keeping it going. Where like they're in full control of the mood. So like he's put out this vibe where it's all like chill and sedate. But on the piano, there's actually going to be yellows and other like brighter colors. And then down here, it's very, very deep blues and some purples and stuff that's in him. Because he has like what happened in the past, what's kind of just coming out, and then what he's about to play and all. Because he's constantly like he's got it going. And you see these piano guys like and they're great with the crowd. They're talking, they're playing, they're getting the feedback. They're playing some songs that people can sing to. They got a few surprises coming in. So that's sort of what I want to have here. There's a lot of different things going on, but I don't want it to be garish or conflicting.
Yeah. I mean, that
So
sounds
hopefully
cool. It's gonna be good.
Oh, thanks. I love your optimism.
Awesome.
So I'm just working on that. So I'm getting this background, and because tomorrow, whenever we're in Oklahoma City and we're doing the fireside chat with New View, I want to be able to work on this, but there's really thick paint for the background and stuff. They wouldn't have time to dry, so now I can have this there and I can work on this, and everything will be good.
So you'll have this finished, and we can share it on the socials.
That is
in the
plan.
next few days, hopefully.
Yeah. I would love. Yeah. So
okay.
I need to look at all. If I don't have it finished at the talk, I will actually. I mean, there's no. Never miss a deadline. But although with commissions and stuff, I've been a little slower on that because, man, it's funny. Like with the commissions, I just want them to be perfect. Like I want them to be right, and if it means it takes time, I'll take the time. And I don't know.
You do obsess over subject matter sometimes.
Well, I don't know, man. Like if somebody cares enough to want me to do a painting,
well, yeah,
I want to.
Sure.
I want it to be the best that I can do. And a lot of times, the reason that I pick a painting, like I turn down a lot of commissions, but a lot of times I want to do one, is because it's a challenge, and I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I think I can do it, but it's going to mean I'm stretching a little bit, and sometimes that takes time.
Yeah.
And,
Well, Fred said looking good, and then he
thanks, Fred.
mentioned Tom Waits.
Ooh, yeah.
Which I love.
You know what? I did a Tom Waits painting. I sure did.
Did you?
I did. It was.
You don't remember that?
It wasn't. I didn't paint him. It was a Tom Waits song, and there was a piano, but you could see the different. It was every note in the song.
Oh.
And
was it the piano's been drinking?
It has. It was exactly it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a really good painting. I mean, didn't you use some resin on that painting? That was you were going through a resin phase.
Emoji resin.
Yeah, it was good. Well, Gina says I love that description. Can't wait to see the end result.
Well, thank you. Let's hope the painting is better than the description.
and Tanya says, "You're so awesome, John. Love your art."
Oh, thank you, Tanya.
And Randy agrees. He said, "I love Tom Waits."
Ooh.
And then Fred said, "Oh man, I got to look for that one." Yes, it was called. It's a really old painting that John did a long time ago, but it was called "The Piano's Been Drinking."
Is that Randy Ray?
Yes.
Oh man, next time you're over at the house, Randy, we'll have to put on some Tom Waits.
Yeah. Wasn't "The Piano's Been Drinking"? It wasn't a piano. It was a brailer.
Oh yeah, I did a Perkins Brailer.
And that was the piano.
That's right. You're so right. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's Perkins. You know what? I think I'm doing some work with the Perkins School for the Blind later, maybe. Maybe I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I'm not. I hope I. Maybe not, but maybe so. I know. They asked me about something.
Well,
but they're the oldest blind school in the country,
and Tanya said you're welcome, and Randy said, and Warwick Davis is great.
Warwick Davis, that's his name. Oh my goodness, Willow, and the Ewoks and all that. Warwick Davis,
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and Tanya says I still have to email you my pic of my puppy Angus so you can do his paintings.
Oh man, yeah.
And
please.
Fred asked, is it on the web store still? I don't know for sure because every once in a while we'll go through and kind of clean out the really, really old paintings. But I'll send you an image of it because it's a really good old one. It was and you know, you can check it out.
Check it out, man.
Let's see. So next month, I'm excited about next month. I think we need to give next month a theme.
What's next month?
June.
No, I mean, what are you excited about next month?
It's June.
Oh, I mean, is there something?
No, I'm just excited because we don't have a million things to do.
Oh.
And we're taking some time to regroup and get some other things that have been on the back burner for a while done.
Okay.
So I think we need to think of a theme for every June live stream.
Oh.
So if anybody's got any ideas, like I know what was it in February? I colored my hair different every time.
Yeah.
And then in October we did a costume every live stream. I think June, we're overdue for a theme.
You know, I want to do. We did one show in the backyard once.
Yeah.
I want to do that sometime. That was a lot of fun.
You just tell me when to show up for it.
Okay. Yeah, it was a lot of work because we literally set up an entire show in the backyard, like all the walls and all the artwork. We hung it, we lit it, and everything. And was that to support the hurricane, or was that just for kicks and giggles?
That was just for kicks,
okay.
Because
that was fun though. We did a 4-hour stream, and
that was because that was the beginning of COVID, and they had got rid of.
Oh yeah.
The arts. They canceled Arts and Jazz. We did do a fundraiser for Hurricane Harvey, when that happened, but that was in the studio, and you painted for a couple hours, and
that's right.
We auctioned off the painting live. It was fun.
That was fun. Yeah.
Tony said that would be fantastic. I could bring liquor. I could bring the liquor. Okay. Nancy says June every show do it from Colorado. That would be awesome.
There we go. That's nice.
I would love to do that.
Oh yeah, like we have a bar in the house. We used to do a lot of art parties and stuff pre-COVID. And they get that back, but our bar has a like a beer tap in it. And now I'm gluten intolerant.
Yeah.
So no more beer.
We'll have to get you some seltzers. Some seltzers on tap.
What do you put in a beer tap if you can't put beer?
I don't know. We'll have to Google it. Fred said Father's Day, first day of summer, and my anniversary. So
wow.
Happy anniversary. I know we need to do something.
That's brilliant.
We need to do something for Dad's Day. That's sneaking up on us.
No, you did so much for my birthday, sweetheart. You were good to go.
Well, Cassie says I didn't see that. It would be fun. Referring to the older shows, it was wacky. Our costumes every week in October was fun. Oh, and Tanya said I do liquor promos and get free liquor. You're my new best friend.
Oh man, you're my new best friend.
I will instant message you.
Man, for my birthday, Jackie was so sweet. She got me like some shirts, but she got me this smoke infuser and a really beautiful card. But the smoke infuser though, it's where you can, like, if you're cooking something, you can put smoke into it, but you can also make cocktails and put different things into it. So that's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's cool. It's like this little glass ball, and then it's got this tube thing that you can insert, and it's got a lot of smoke into it, and they give you a bunch of different like wood chips and so
domes and all kinds of stuff to do. Yeah, and then Jack, my son, he's 14, and he had a really sweet card. He made some things out of clay, which is really sweet. But the thing I like the most though is that he gave me a book list of 3 books that It's a movable feast, and then 2 other books. But he wants us to read them together and all, and I think that's really cool. Like, because we'll spend a lot of time being able to chat about that, and I think it's neat that he would want to do that. That's just pretty neat. So, yay!
Yeah.
Way to go, guys! You don't have to worry about Father's Day.
Well, Tanya said you're
You
more
guys
than
are
welcome.
good.
Tanya said you're more than welcome. I have some to give you. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Tanya, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah. Kim said picnics for June. Picnics, that could be
yeah.
interesting. And Fred said, "Ooh la la"
Yeah.
about the smoke gun. So,
Yeah. And I want to start throwing some art parties here. I mean, like we used to have art parties like every month. In the
yeah,
in
we
the
could do
studio.
it. We could live stream it, and rage.
Yeah. Like I want to, yeah, for people that can't come live to the live party, we can live stream it.
It'd be fun to do some sort of like Zoom connect with people, so that we could all like do a shot together. This is directly where my brain goes to.
Yeah.
Anyway, maybe we'll do that. It'll be crazy. Who knows?
Who knows?
Well, Fred said thank you guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in, hanging out with us. It's always fun. It breaks up the week. We love it. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Next week we will do an art giveaway. We will have a wacky theme. John might dance.
Well, I'll dance with you. I might step on your feet, but you know how that
goes. Fred said I'm going to start having vinyl parties at my house with friends.
That
would
pretty
be fun.
Cool.
That'd be cool.
That's brilliant.
Jack would be all about that. He's obsessed with records. Fred said listen to records all night. And Nancy sent a bunch of hearts. Tanya said thank you, Jackie and John. Randy said, Jackie, check your messages. I will totally check my messages. And I guess that's pretty much it. We will see everybody Tuesday. Well,
thanks, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out.
Thanks.
And we'll see you in 15 seconds. One of these days, I'll figure out how to end this without, doing that.
Why can't you just click the button?
It brings us back here. But today is not that day. But I do want to say thanks so much to the patrons, guys. You guys are awesome. But have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday.
Woo!